Aquarius.
Hello Aquarius, and Happy New Year 2016, and I know that you must be very excited to see what opportunities are about to open up. So what I like to do is follow Mars. Mars is your drive, your goals, your ambitions, and where you're focused at attaining success. So you're starting off here top of the year only for the first 4 days with Mars in your 9th house. So it's been operating there from end of November, into December. So you've kind of been doing your research there and now preparing for what is to come. So you're going to start off here this year with a big bang of a lot of energy here in your career field, and you're on top of the chart for the best period of the last 2 years as far as your career is concerned. So this will allow you to achieve the glory that you know you deserve, and that your peers will see that you're like a rising star here. And not only that, Aquarius, but better yet is that Mars is going to retrograde and going to spend a whole lot of time here in 2016. So this is a year where you're really going to break through and make a lot of headway as far as those goals that you've set out to do. When Mars comes to the top of your chart, it does so every other year. However, it's not always that it will give you the benefit of having a retrograde extending the time that it's going to spend. So we're going to start off talking about what that will do. Now, January 4th, it's going to enter into your career house, and it will stay there to March 7th. And then return May 28th when it's retrograding back into your career house. That's going to give you a whole long period until that of August 8th. So you have June and July too to look at what you can tweak, what you can improve, look at missed opportunities that you can now embed. And for this reason, we are really thankful for the retrogrades. Sure, it can slow things down where there might be a delay, but you want to look at that delay, if so should happen to you, as a blessing, not a curse. We need to embrace these retrogrades because they're giving us like second chances to really go and pick up the small pieces that we never did see while we were on the superhighway, right? We're going to be talking about all these Mercury retrogrades that we're going to have this year too. And I want you to look at that in the same way. But as it moves out here, it will go into your 11th house for hopes and dreams. So Mars is going to be chasing them, and it's time for you to really reach for the stars, Aquarius. And having felt that you had this really good drive in your career, you're super open to think outside of the box, to really reach for those things that can be exciting for you and reach those far horizons. And I'm feeling that here you're going to have a touch, you're going to have a feel for it as it starts to expand. And then April 18th, it is going to retrograde. All right. So you're going to have a feel of it at 8 degrees there of Sagittarius, but then it's going to retrograde all the way back to 23 degrees of Scorpio back into your career house. It will retrograde to June 30th. Then it's going to start picking up speed. You will wrap up that whatever it is you're doing in your career. Then it's going to move back into the area of hopes and dreams. So you can see, bottom line, for the most part, all the way to August 8th, actually, it is going to be working here between these two areas. So August 8th, Mars will be back in your 11th. It will remain there to September 28th. So we have actually 9 months where Mars is only going to be operative in 2 areas of your chart. And that just goes to show where you should focus this year, so you're not scattering your seeds around for something that won't really build. So if you can follow that, you will harvest, and harvest a lot. Now, then Mars here will be moving in October, or should I say after the 28th there of September. It will be moving into your 12th house, and it will really want to, at that time, desire to just step back a little bit and rest up, because you have been super, super focused and dynamic. And the 12th house is always where we recharge our batteries. It's when we're close to self, we're listening to our internal higher self. Spiritually, we're getting our refill. It's also the karmic house, so we might have a look over what we have achieved the last 2 years since Mars was here last, just to kind of balance up the scales there too. But I'm seeing in that period that you will be dreaming up a storm, and you're always somebody who's always thinking ahead, Aquarius. So that time where you're creating your new thoughts, you might hold it close to heart for a while until it comes into your sign, into the first house. We're looking now at November, and that would be a time for you to reveal exactly what your new thoughts, your new agenda is all about. You're ready to present it out to the world. You're feeling very energized here as your batteries are refilled, and it is going to shunt you into the closure of the year for what Mars is going to do for you, and that is looking at your financial income state there. So Mars is going to jazz that up. You're going to be looking at what you're getting, what you have achieved throughout 2016, and if it, at possible, can improve even more so. It is in the sign of Pisces here in December, and so Pisces is very creative. You might just come up with maybe a new idea of how to expand your financial income, but it's really good because when it's ending up here at the end of the year, it's all setting you up for what you're going to experience there in 2017, where Mars is going to take flight straight off the bat with good income, more money coming in. So it has been a very, I think, quite productive year for you in 2016. Talking about productiveness, well, we want to look at Jupiter and what Jupiter is doing for you, because that's where we get all these gifts bestowed upon us. And for you, Jupiter is in the 8th house. That's you. Now expanding your area, not necessarily of your month-to-month income as of such, but more so, how are you growing your financial security, the long term, your investments, your portfolios, and so forth. Jupiter wants you to focus here. You get a chance 1 year every 12 years to look this over, to put down a great foundation. And Jupiter, though, will be retrograde from January 8th through May 10th. Not really a time to put out new, shall I say, sources of investment, but it is a great time for you to look into it. Do your research. How can you grow your retirement fund, for example? Do you need to change up your stocks and so forth? Do you need to discuss your commissions or your royalties? If so, this would be the time to do so. Look it over and crunch those numbers. Then anytime after May 10th would be great for you, and I would say do so before Jupiter changes signs into Libra. That will be on September 10th. So whatever you set up for your future securities here, this will behoove you for many, many years to come. So you have that. Now, speaking of retrogrades, we have 4 Mercury retrogrades this year. The first one starting off here January 5th through the 25th. 1 degree in Aquarius, which is your sign, so it's in your first house. It will start off there for a couple of days, but then it's going to backtrack. It's going to go back into your 12th house. So it needs, for whatever reason, to go back in for a 3-week period to balance up those things that maybe as it was direct, it moved too quickly. So now you can catch that train of thought and deepen into those areas of spirit, deepen into those areas of your dreams, maybe what it is you're planning to present to the world. You have extended time to work through the details of it so that when it does come out in your first house, you're ready to present it. Then we have the second retrograde of Mercury, April 29th through that of May 23rd. It showing up here, 23 degrees in Taurus. So for you, Aquarius, that will be your 4th house. This is going to give you an extended time to interact with your family or your parents. The fourth house is always about them as well, but also it is the foundation of your life, who you are on the inside, your past. It is your integrity. It's also your property, your home, your real estate, and so forth. So this will give you some time to figure out whether something needs to be done or repaired, or maybe Mercury wants to sign up some papers, documents. That could be refinancing. And hey, listen, we know that you have Jupiter there to September 10th. So if you're thinking you want to benefit by a lower interest rate, you want to get that done before September the 10th, okay? But then again, before August 31st, when Mercury goes retrograde, just so you have those dates down. The fourth and last Mercury retrograde is December 19th through that of January 8th, 2017, and it's 15 degrees in Capricorn, which is your 12th house. So again, for the second time will you have Mercury retrograde in your 12th house. So for whatever reason, there is never anything by coincidence. It is asking you to catch up with, to listen to your intuition, develop those abilities, skills, and talents that you have. You certainly, for the most part, do have a good intuition, but maybe you can grow it. Maybe you want to spend some additional time here to see how that can work for you. But yes, as we see, we have nothing to fear with retrogrades. The stereotypical thing is like, oh my God, here they come. Things are going to go haywire. Yes, we will have delays. And certainly, yes, we can have delays, and we want delays every once in a while, just so that we can pick up those things that we might have flown by too hastily, and lost opportunities happen all the time because of it. And therefore, we want to embrace our retrogrades. That gives us that second chance to dive in and pick up. So listen, if you want to know where Jupiter also is affecting you, additionally to your 8th house, then listen to your moon or rising sign and pay specifically attention to where Jupiter is at, because that will be those areas in your life that you can have gifts bestowed upon you. Very, very interesting to hear. And of course, you might want to see what is up with your partner here in 2016. What is she or he going to be experiencing? So you might want to listen to them. And then I am very excited to see what's coming up for you in the Tarot for the full year of 2016. Those New Year readings will be coming here in not too long. They should be coming here right around the corner. Exciting to dive into them and see what I can find for you, Aquarius. So listen, I wish you a blessed new year. May this be a year of growth and expansion, and good luck to you in your career. You have it set. So listen, I will see you soon. And then, of course, on a monthly basis, we'll be looking in more on the short term from month to month, how the planets are going to be working for you around this area, not just in your career, but how the other transits are going to come and play into it. So stay tuned, and I will see you soon.